Hello. Hi, everyone. It's Kathleen from Crafting Time. Hope everyone is doing well. I got my bonnet, but I'm going to show you a different way to make these fun bonnets, and I'm hoping you like it. So we're going to use some just different flowers. I might not use this one. Um, we're going to use some hot glue, maybe some wire. Very, this is a very simple, fast and easy, make it a bonnet. Um, so, piece of fuzz was on my item. So I'm going to use this pink hat right here. And what does that say? This chat is ready for display. Great. What does that mean? All right. Sounds good to me. So we're going to be using these purple flowers along with this pink. I got just a few of this style flowers, and I have some hydrangea flowers, and then of course I have just a little bit of greenery. Not much. Well, actually, it looks like I have quite a bit now that I'm looking here. So those are what we're going to use for flowers. My wire box. Okay, so we're just about ready to go. I hope everyone is here and ready to learn some different thoughts and different ways of having some bonnets. And I'm going to talk about a few because I did a lot of them before. Not so much lately. Whoa, that's just way too loud. That wasn't even me. It's crazy. All right, see where we're going here. There we go. All right. So I hope you will like this tutorial. Now, if you followed the Easter bonnet, and some people do and some people don't. I know down in the South it's more common. Not so much Minnesota, I don't think. There's several ways to make bonnets. So I'll show you this one last. And we're going to kind of use that one as the full um, decoration style. Now there's a couple different ways. Some people like to use wire, which is great. My only problem is I have a small head. See, this wire goes directly through my head. Even with putting this one here, excuse me, I hit it, is, it's not going to matter. But you could take ties. Let me move my flowers just a bit. Okay, so you're going to kind of center it. And I'm just going to use zip ties, or not zip ties, sorry, just these for right now. Stuff here. Keep that area clean for my hot glue can. Um, Now you want this is going to have to be like pretty secure. So what I like to do is like um, wherever there is a straight bar there goes with the other straight bar on the other side. Now on these small ones they only have three. All right. So and on the big ones I believe it's six. So you're going to crisscross. You need to keep it out. And just lightly twist that. And then you're going to just hold that, go over to the other side, and you're going to crisscross in between the circle. Pull it. Make sure it's not, got to make sure it's about the same for all around, okay? And I'm just giving that a twist. And then the third one is going to go over here, and I'm crisscrossing from this side of the bar to that side of the bar. That's what I'm meaning by crisscross. I'll show you in just a second. Okay. So now this center bar is set. And now I have one that I can decorate. Now I do want that to stay very firm. So now I'm going to take this one, bring it back through, and this one underneath, and I'm going to twist it again. Making sure it stays, and I'm doing it a third time, bringing it up through, crisscrossing it, and twisting it. And then I'm just going to wrap it around the bar. Okay, so kind of just tightening up that, giving it more secure. You want it to be firm. This one's kind of loose, so I think I'll undo this one and retighten it. And go back underneath. Again, crisscrossing the other part of the direction of an X. So I have an X. Have it going this way and this way. And then I tighten it. And then I come back up. And I just keep doing this until all of the product is twisted and tight enough that I can just have a little bit rolled around. Now this one had a little extra. I must not have had it centered. that happens. So this is the open face one. Okay, now let me do this one. I don't have this one centered either, but don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. Oh, I left my paper. Whoopsie. That's okay. Let me twist it. And I'm coming up here and here. And I'm going to twist that. Sure didn't have those very well centered. I'm going to just twist that one completely around. And then just wrap it here. Making sure that all the little things are tucked. So now I have them all wrapped around. Okay, and I got my hanger here. Now this is one style. This is called the wire hat. This one you can do so much to it. Just let me put in my purple. Let me go grab a piece of tissue so you can see what I'm doing. Hold on. Now the purpose of this, I just grabbed what was on top, so I'm hoping I brought enough. We're going to use the red. Like I said, this is just tissue. Most people would use fabric, but I don't have any fabric right now. somebody asked if I could show them how I would make this. So you just simply go around, make sure you can fold this underneath, flip it over. Now you're going to just fold it like you're folding a present. And you're just going to add, you can use tape, you can use, fold that down, basically covering the outside of, I don't have my tape here, so I'll just use a little hot glue. Just going to add hot glue all the way around. Don't need much. See how I'm just adding it on? Now this is where my little string is. It's just a little zip tie. I'm just going to cut that off. It was my hanger for my wall. We're not going to worry about that. I'm not going to use any sleeves. So I'm just adding these on. It's just a dot of glue. Now, if this is fabric, it would be different. But you can also use them this way. The only problem with tissue paper hats is if it rains, you might not be so comfortable. Attach that to here. So you get the picture. It's nice and balanced. See that? Nicely round. It's evenly shaped, right? But now we have this middle part. So you're just going to make your little slice. Try to make a little slice. And I like to do it like what I call a pie. Again, I'm going to just kind of cut it in that angle as a pie. And of course, you're going to take these. You might have to, now fabric is a little more giving. You just tag it onto here. Now I'm doing this with paper. You will be able to do this with whatever fabric you choose. You can use paper if you like. I'm just using it very lightly there. And if you have to make more slices to work for you, then, go ahead and do that. Guys, it's fun to do little contests. Simple, fun, different ideas for your Easter, guys. And I like to, if you're not going to do the Easter bunny, do an Easter bonnet. Walk down the street, have the guys make their hats, top hats. It's just fun. Doesn't mean that you're believing in the Easter bunny if they're wearing a top hat. Just bringing back our old family traditions and stuff. Or maybe you don't have any. Maybe you want to start some. Okay, so you're getting the picture of this, right? Do this with fabric, towels, sheets, whatever you want to use. Okay. Now this is actually the bottom of your hat. So when you put it on this way, your back of your head is going to stay there. You see that? And then you're simply going to add on your flowers and everything that you want um, all around. I'll just put some flowers here. You could use fruit. You could use, turn the flowers upside right. You could add, um, I'm just going to pop these hydrangeas off just to show you how maybe you might want to do this. With tissue paper, you have to be careful because you'll pop them. You'll rip it. It's not a great idea. Let's not do on this one. Interesting. Cut that off. I don't know why. But as you see it, I'm just adding in my flowers here and there, making it fun, interesting. And then that would be your hat. Now I'm not going to glue it on because I'm not making this one. I'm just showing you this idea. Let's dump those off. We're going to make one very similar to this pattern, but with a Dollar Tree hat. This is so far $2, $3 plus your flowers, $4 or $5. Now, Easter bonnet, when you buy them retail, they can go anywhere from cheap little $1.25 to thousands of dollars. Now, this one has a little ribbon on it, and we're actually going to take this apart. And I'm actually just going to go up to, I'm going to start right here in the center and take off. Okay, I want to make sure I got at least 2 rows. I'm just trying to get my little knife in there to slice off that little thing of, there we go. Now I'm cutting my hat, guys. I'm cutting my hat. And I'm going to cut it upward. As you see, it's turning. So now I'm going to bring that down. I'm actually not going to cut. I can go this whole row down. Got a snake. Just want that one piece. It's really tight on there. Gracious. There we go. I haven't had this problem before, but you know, we can have it again. Suppose I'm going the wrong direction for it. Just want to come down one whole row. We got 4 rows there, so we need to come. Hold on, I gotta get a little closer to me. I'm just trying to cut the little plastic sewing stuff here. That's all I'm doing. As my glasses, I can see better. I never had this much trouble on all these before. But why not have some trouble today? Right? Well, you can just rip it. I want to go down to 2 if I can. Hang in there. I'll get it. That happens. Hi, Jackie. How are you tonight? And everybody else out there. I'm just trying to get this down 1 more row. I've never had this much problems before. It's only because I'm online and I'm doing them. I made a bunch of these the other day and didn't have any problem. So you eventually get it down to 2 rows. You have to be careful because it goes up at an angle. Um, that's where it's ripped. That's okay. We're at the 2 rows there. I don't know what happens with that light, but it always shuts off. Say hello if you're here, guys. Those that say hello and participate in conversation with me goes into the drawing, guys. And if you still want a surprise box, that would be a good thing to purchase. They're $30. You'll be getting some crafts from me, and you'll also get a few extra things that maybe you weren't expecting. I call them surprise boxes because that's what they are. You're just surprised. And I only do it in the month of April. Hope you enjoy them. If you want a surprise box for $30 plus tax, put surprise in there and I'll send you an invoice. I'm finally getting down to the second level. What is going on with my light? Having enough problems all by myself. I don't need extra, right? Hey, friends, if you could keep my friend Dana in your prayers. She lost her son today, her first child, or I don't know if it was today or yesterday. Um, Terrible thing to lose. Would never want that to happen, but it happens. Okay, let's see. Make sure I don't go lower than 2. We can go stay at 3. Where does 3 start here? I'm just going to kind of angle this. I'm going to stop it at that point. I'll save this for another craft. So now you have your opening here. I am going to take off this flower. Well, that's probably really glued on. And I'm cutting this tag off. See the tag in the back of the hat? Now, I cut it off, but I don't tear it out. I just cut it down, and I leave a little bit of the white right there, if you can see it. Just a little bit of the white. That tells you it's front or the back, depending on how you build your hat. Now, this is a real nice hat. It sits on, now you got an open part here. So if you have an updo, if you put your hair up, you know, a hat is not going to be flattering for you. And I have no rubber bands. But you can put your hair up, put your bonnet on, decorate your hair, and your hair can be all beautiful up here. Some people like to do updos, and it's so much cooler. But we're going to cut this off. I'm not going to keep this little string on. It's not even glued. And we'll just work around the flower that just doesn't want to come off. So we'll just cut that. We'll leave that flower on. Save that. Now, if you want this to be a permanent hat, I would glue on your flowers. But if you don't, take off the back of them, and you can stick these in anywhere you want. Now, being that this is having that beautiful, ugly flower there, you might have to take your scissors and kind of poke a bigger hole. Slide it through. And stick it back on like so. You see how I did that there? And then you're going to cut that back part off because that's going to poke you right smack in the head. And then I just add a little hot glue to hold it. Kind of melt that down. That isn't as bad as being poked by that long poke. And that sits just, depending on how you want to wear your hat. If you want to wear it on the side, where if you have a side ponytail, your ponytail can come out. I don't never have to worry about a ponytail because my hair is too thin for such a thing. That would be just amazing if my hair could have a ponytail. But it won't, ever. Okay, and then I'm just, poking these through. Now again, these are all, you can make these be permanent or interchangeable. If I had a white hat, if this was a white hat, I would not glue it because I could use it for red, white, and blue exchanges. This one can be permanent. It doesn't have to be glued. But I always glue the back of my flowers if I cut them off. Just melt that down. And I think I have 6 of these, so we'll go kind of like in between, like so. Now this is, again, another style that may be for you and might not. Just have fun with it, and it's kind of fun to do with little girls, to have them create their own little flower arrangements on their hats. It just gives them something other than dipping eggs to do. not all little girls want to dip eggs. I was really never that big of a fan of dipping eggs. I like to watch my brother and sister do it. But I myself, I just didn't want to. But when Grandma came over and she showed me how to make some hats, oh, I was all in it. Let's see. I'm trying to pick a hole here. I'll just poke a hole. I'm going to use some beads on here too, just like the beads we used yesterday. Oh gosh, guys, I had so much fun with that today. My residents really enjoyed that little egg that we made yesterday for pictures. If you didn't catch it, check out yesterday's program and see what I did. Oh gosh, they had so much fun. Some of them didn't want their picture taken, but then when we started, they started having a really fun time with it. Which is what you want. You want them to have a good time. Got some really cute pictures, and we're going to make a little fun display. And then the pictures I took, we're also going to use them for future flowers. We're going to add them into flowers. Even though it has a bunny, it's going to be just fine. It's called recycling your crafts. And that's good to do. Oh, I shouldn't have cut that off first. Oh, that was really wrong of me. Now look what I did. Getting myself a situation. This was going to have to be glued on because some ding dong cut it first. Whoops. And to keep it uniform, I'll just glue on this piece on the back. So it's, some people have that funny, doesn't matter. But see already how cute that looks? I could wear it just like this and it would be just fine. See that? Now we had those beads yesterday. This looks better than that little rope. And you can add those around. Now, I'm just going to pull it around. Put the flowers over the little pink. Smaller beads may be nicer, but this is what I have for right now. Let's see. Pink, pink, white. I'm going to cut it off right over. I'm going to cut that off about right there. Pull off those 4 beads and tie this right on. Then we'll just add some hot glue. Should work. I'm making sure my beads are touching. And then I just simply cut this down fairly short and add a little hot glue inside it, right by the knot. So right here is the knot. I'm just going to add some hot glue in that knot. Like so. Pull my flowers out. Before I glue in my beads. Just adds a little finesse. That's what you're going for. Pull your flowers out, girlfriend. Come on. Just like so. I'm just going to add some hot glue in between the beads. Just be careful. You don't have to do your entire hat. I just do it in between the flowers. Careful, because it goes through. You can get burned. And it's just enough to hold on. Also, by having your flowers stuck on, the hot glue is not going to melt off. Close, but I didn't glue you. Now in the hot sun. So now you have a cute little weighted down. It's not going to blow off probably now. Now do I have, well, we can use this. I don't need very much. I'm going to cut off this. I'm going to kind of figure out my head space here, like so. See what I just did? Now this is going to connect in on your side, and I put it on the inside here. And I'm just taking like one of these leaves. The leaf is going to poke through. So you're going to pop off the back. Now this has to go not only through your fabric here, it also has to go through your the hat and your fabric. That's a little. So this is going to pop through here, then it's going to pop through the one you poke here. That should be all right. Then you're going to take the back part of your flower part, or whatever you pulled off, and you're going to push it back on. Now that is a little bit harder to do, just FYI, and I dropped it. Where did it go? Okay. Knocking down my beads. And I dropped it again. It slid out. It takes a little patience, guys. It really does. And it's slippery. Very slippery. You could hot glue it in too if you wanted, which maybe I might end up doing because this one doesn't want to work for me now that I pulled it off. So why don't we just do that? Save time. Normally I would use the flower. So I'm going to just use that same, keep knocking down my beads here. I'm just going to glue that on. Be careful there because it's the glue sticking maybe. Make life a little easier. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to just kind of put it on my head like so. And I'm going to pull this around And I like mine kind of tight. That's too high. See if I can pull it down a little bit. Glued on to that right over here. I don't have to do the whole thing. Let that cool. So now I have a little strap. Now I like to add leaves and stuff, so we can just cut these since we're not going to use them together. We can just kind of like place them here and there just to add um, some greenery, and they don't all have to be the same direction. Add them in. This one I'll put down here. And again, I don't glue it the whole thing, just a little bit. Do you see how that worked? So I'll put one here and one there. And we'll just kind of follow that around. Scattering, adding some color. You can add Easter eggs in as well, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. Again, I just do the back. The light just turned on me, so it's probably going to shut off. You don't have to be in the exact same spot, anything like that. Just glue them in. Super cool. See how I'm just adding little fun different things there? Let's see, I had those. Easter eggs. Where did you go? I had them here this whole time. I made sure I kept them. Well, we have some carrots. We can use that. Oh, and here they are. Here's my eggs. So now let's say you want to make it more springish and fun and, you know, you're doing rabbit style. You could add carrots. Those are all cute little things. Keep dropping my beads. I'm just going to add in, because, you know, it's going to be Easter. So I'm adding in some Easter eggs. And these were, I got these from Hobby Lobby. There's 4 or 5 different styles. Figure out how to get that one in. It's cute. Guys, hats, take your time making them. You don't have to rush them. You don't have to, you know, make them whatever way you think will look good for you or what you're looking for. Just keep knocking down my little beads here. Put that off to the side. Okay, so now I added some carrots, or I'm sorry, some eggs. I'm looking at the carrots. Now you could add carrots just going around the edge if you want. If you have a little chocolate bunny you want to add, you could glue these down. Like right here, I'm out of my little bunnies. You could glue that and stick the bunny right inside. But just to show you how cute this is. I don't get my eggs glued in. I just have them sitting here. Look for your tag, because the tag is usually your back. Now I can set this here, and this is going to stay very secure. The back of my hat here, this is all aired, so my head's not going to get hot. That's kind of fun, and it's different, um, but it's, just adding things in. Now I could keep going. You can make it as elaborate as you want, or simple as you want. Um, Maybe you don't like the flowers on it. I like the flowers on it. Maybe you're happy with just the beads on in the hat. That works as well. But it's just a fun way to make fun different hats. Okay, so now you have this hat here. You have your tissue hat, wherever I put that, down here. You got your tissue hat. Again, you can use it on the side, and then you'd put a strap or elastic right here, or a ribbon. Another thing you could use is your baskets, and those are back here. Now this one I already trimmed off the bottom. Let me move this one over here. Show you one more. Now this is the wire basket that you get at the Dollar Tree, and I trimmed it off, and I folded my wires at the bottom. And I'm going to just kind of pleat it out. I check to make sure that's going to fit my head. Oh, it's going to be a little bit bigger than my head. I usually get the smaller baskets. And now I'm just going to kind of like keep bending it till I get it like right to form my head. It's really silly, but it works. Okay, so now at the top here, we'll make this one our carrot and fun stuff. I'm just going to pleat it to fold it to bend it. You see how I'm just kind of folding it in? And then you're going to fold it, pull it in a little bit, little by little. It bent a little bit too far here, so let's push that back out, and let's put a little bit of a pleat there. Again, these are just 3 different style hats that you can make. This wire is not hot wire yet. Sometimes I warm up my wire by sticking it in the oven a little bit. Not hot, guys. Just hot. Now I'm going to use these so you can see what I do. I'm simply going through one side, and I'm just going to pull it tight. Give it a twist. Now I'm going north and south. Let's get that to the middle. Now I'm going to pull these 2 sides in. Trying to get it to go up. Go through there. Goodness sakes. Pick a spot that looks like a strong a strong hold. That one was not. And some wires are not, guys. So yeah, that's why you have to kind of play with it. I have to go one row back. I'm going to pull that over. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to go from underneath so I can pull. You kind of have to watch what your head does here. So twist it. Now I'm going to go at this angle here. Let's make sure it's nice. Sometimes you can just bend the wires and it will be just fine too. Like so. Super cute. Something happened here. No idea what just happened. Okay, now I'm just pulling off this big long thing. Look how easy that was to peel. And earlier it gave me such a problem. That's just how it is. That's what crafting is about. Now some people like to, they need ideas. So what I was telling you is on YouTube, if you look up the Easter parade hats, or hats for the Easter parade, you'll find a ton of them. Now you can be traditional and make it look like a bell, like so, right? Or you can spiral it up. Let me put a flower there for you can hold. We'll use, I have a few of these. And messages all over the place here. Oh goodness sakes. Guys, I'm just having one of those days. I just haven't believed it yet. I suppose it won't. I'm going to go like one hole back. Let's see if it'll let me even stick it in my screen. And start that right up at the top here. Now I'm going to go underneath. If I can stick that in. Just don't have no strength to save my fingers. I'll have to hot glue it. It's not letting me. I just don't have no strength tonight, guys. Those kind of days happen. So let me just add a little smidge of glue and just pop it down. It'll be fine. Now, like I said, there are so many ways you could do this hat. Up there. You know, maybe you want to go down. Let's see, how do I want to do it? There, so I have some room. Go over that way, come back around. Maybe it wants to go that way. No, you could do it that way. And I would personally add all your flowers and stuff on first, whichever you feel would work for you. It's kind of spiral. Anything that sticks up, we'll just add a flower or something to it. Now this is just a nice, cool wire basket that we made into another fun little hat. That we can add flowers on. So make sure I leave a little bit of a space, excuse me, a space. You move it up and down on your wire, like so, to make sure it sticks to the wire. You have to do that periodically. Put that down. Want it to stick. See how this just added a little bit of fun on this? But if you watch the Easter parade ideas of people, they walk down the street, they take pictures. It's fascinating. It's like, who came up with those ideas? They're really cute. Some are really cute, some are really bizarre. We watched them today, and it was just, we all had fun watching them. We watched the one from 2002, um, Easter hats, is what they call them. And they were walking around and taking pictures, and they were adding, okay, so we're going to just let that become the back. So I'm just going to slice that off here at a nice gentle slant, like so. That's a better spot. And we'll hot glue that piece down. How fun that just became. It went from a plain basket to a cute and fun little flower. Now let's add our flowers on. See what it looks like. I have only a few of these pink ones, so let's kind of I'll just add them here and there. Here's the back. Definitely want one on the back at the bottom. Kind of covers up that little edge. I have two more of those little ones. We'll just kind of randomly put them on the ribbon with the hydrangeas. Maybe one on this side, just to give it some fun character. But anything can become a hat according to, and we were watching New York. What happened there? Hope I'm still live. One side says I'm live and the other side says I'm not. So I don't know. I'm hoping so. I'm just adding these little hydrangea flowers on here. Again, I'm not doing it in any particular order. I'm just putting them on. Hopefully I'm here. What happened to my phone? It bent on me. Super cute, fun. Need another hydrangea. I like flowers, guys. I don't know if I'll do carrots on there. Let's save those carrots for something else. Phone just shut off, so. Alright, so now we're going to use the beads that we had. And some will have pink, and some will have. I'm going to put the bead out. Stick a little tiny flower on there. See how cute that looks? Put a white one on this one. They don't have to be the same. Kind of push it in. But what a fun little cute idea. I think this is adorable, and I will certainly have some fun with this. Fun. Let's see. The white one here. See how just that little bit made this hat just kind of a fun and interesting. I'm just letting it cool off. Pretty hat. Let's see. I had some small flowers. I don't have any more. May have used them all up. These would be. Whoops! Now my what's going on, man? I'm just adding my little. I don't know. You call these little angels over that little hole. Just gives it a little bling on it. Doesn't need to have a lot. A couple more here, and then we'll be all done. And I hope I'm still alive. One side says I am, and another side says I'm not. I don't know. There we go. Beautiful, fun basket hat. Now you can add more, you can add less. Got your other hat. Beautiful hat here. Fits on like so. I just dropped my eggs. That's okay. Super cute. And then we have the other one that you could add your flowers on. We didn't do that because I'm not going to use this. This I'm going to use for something else. But there you go. I hope you enjoy these hats. Sorry my light went out again. That's the way it is. And we'll see everybody tomorrow night. Thanks you all for coming. Bye now.